Welcome everyone to our mid-year Awana Award Ceremony. This is our big ceremony for Awana, so all of the kids are really excited. Let's start off like we start all of our nights, and that's with our pledges. If you noticed, the flags were carried up by our Adventure Club. So if I can get you to present colors, please. Right to the center. Attention everyone. Right hand salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for our Awana flag. I pledge allegiance to the Awana flag, which stands for the Awana clubs, whose goal is to reach boys and girls with the gospel of Christ and to train them to serve Him. Post colors. Okay, let's give our adventure girls a hand. Okay, we have a lot to cover tonight, so I want to start off with recognizing, and y'all can have a seat, recognizing our administration. So the people that are in the administration group are myself, I'm the commander of the clubs, Gary Callahan, who's the games director, and Charlie Callahan, who's the secretary. So if I can get Gary and Charlie to come forward. As they're coming forward, I'll start with Charlie. Charlie's sort of my right-hand person in the Awana clubs. She is the acting disciplinarian because, unfortunately, I have been called away on temporary duty. She is the acting nurse. She's the acting purchasing department, along with our pastor. She's the record keeper, she's the storekeeper, and she's the treasurer. And that's just to name a few things that she does each night, so she's pretty important. I've asked her to talk a little bit about the store and how it works.
All right, so I don't know if I really need this mic because I can talk pretty loud, but can I lift this up?
Lift it.
But I'm gonna have to bend down because I can't lift it up. All right, so I brought a few things that I grabbed from the store just to show you some examples that we have. I have a little Nerf gun, Nerf football thing. I have some jacks. This soak thing that the kids like, and that's all I'm going to show you. But the whole purpose of the store is the kids earn points every single night, and they love going because with their points they get to earn points to get used to the store. But the store is run strictly by donation, so if nothing is donated to the store, then the kids will have nothing to get from the store. So the store right now is a little scarce, so if you have anything that you want to donate, it doesn't have to be new, it can be gently used. Or if you want to donate monetarily, then we can go out and purchase things. So the Awana program could greatly use your help. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. All right. And Gary Callahan is our games director, and games is a really important part of every night. If you ask the kids why they like to come to Awana, most of them will say games. So Gary's going to talk to you about how that occurs.
Afternoon. All the kids are in the games, even the little ones are. The Puggles and Cubbies are the hardest to do games. All they want to do is run and play with the balls. And then the older kids, they like the dodgeball, baseball stuff the best. But I got a beanbag toss. I'll have JJ, can you come up here? you get them all in?
We've got a ringer here.
Come on, JJ.
All right, there's one.
And then I want to show you a little one. Samuel. Come up here, Samuel. Can you stand over here, Sam? Come here. Stand right here. Okay, can you put these in there for Paul? Put them in here. Come in the box.
All right.
All right, yay!
All right, Sam.
Come on. So they all have fun in games, and the older kids especially, have really fun and play very competitive. And that's how we do it.
Okay, thank you. All right, you all can go back to your seats if you want. First, I'd like to bring up the Adventure Club. The Adventure Club is our 3rd and 4th graders, and they're the ones that carried our flags tonight. The director of this club, you can come on up, is Miss Peggy Graham, and then there are 2 leaders, Kathy Drake and Carol Newton. So Peggy, if you want to talk about your club and have them do whatever you might have prepared, and then when you're done, turn it back over to me because I have Clubber of the Quarter.
All right. We have something that we just kind of developed last week in the manner of things. And all, yeah. Kathy and Carol, you don't have to dance to this, but I'm going to just because. We like to celebrate victories of any kind, no matter if it's a home run in games or if somebody's passed the section that they've worked really hard on for several weeks. It doesn't matter. We like to celebrate victories. Guys, hey, can we get some rhythm, guys? Yeah, we got that. Very good, thank you. That's where, see, we have fun with that. Never totally organized because that just doesn't happen. Okay? All righty. Like I said, my club has worked incredibly hard. I love the enthusiasm. I love this age group. Everybody will talk to you about what they love. I just flat out love every one of these guys. So we're going to start off with Miss Brianna. She is getting a certificate for completing the Adventure Start Zone. Very good job. And Mr. Cameron, you'll see that he got his shirt here just tonight. And he is also getting a certificate for passing the Start Zone. Okay. All righty. And let's see. Miss Jordan, you'll see Jordan was the one that carried in our Awana flag. She is getting a red patch. Now, these patches are earned regardless of whether they pass the sections in order, because our books have kind of changed over the past couple of years. It's not by necessarily passing the sections in order, but how many sections they pass. Every 4 sections that they pass, they get a patch. So, Jordan, and I should point out that these sections are kind of harder to pass than the books were before. Jordan is getting her first patch. Let's see, Carson, let's see. Kenzie is getting her first patch. Jamie is getting her first patch. And the rest of these are the young ladies and men who who are not here tonight.
Okay, good. Okay, so I have a Clubber of the Quarter that I want to recognize, and our only rule on Clubber of the Quarter is that you cannot get it 2 quarters in a row. So last time Carson Odie from this class got it, so he would be ineligible. So the person that got Clubber of the Quarter for Most Inspirational Clubber for the Calvary Awana Adventure Club is Jamie Williams. Jamie. No, he's not here. Oh, well, there you go. All right. Yep, give it to her. All right, thank you.
All right, guys, good job.
Okay, so challenge. If you want to come forward. Okay, while challenge is coming up, I would like to say that the awards that the kids are receiving tonight, all of the awards that they got, their first patch and things, are funded through their weekly dues of 50 cents per week that they pay for their dues. All right, the Challenge Club is the 5th and 6th grade club. The director is Lisa Roberson, and the leader is Jose Castillo. So Lisa, if you want to talk about your club and let them show whatever they've prepared, and also turn it back over to me for a Clubber of the Quarter.
Challenge is exactly what it is, a challenge. These kids will challenge everything. So they will challenge your patience, they will challenge your intellect, they will challenge everything. But I have to say that these kids I am very proud of them. They all are a big challenge, but they all have very big hearts. They donated, I think all of them donated their money, their points to the store to donate for Operation Christmas Child. They are a very special group. We do not have anything prepared today, but I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Jose for the awards.
Okay, good. Like Lisa was saying, it is a challenge, especially when you're 19 like me. Okay? But I've worked with kids since 1980. I wouldn't have it any other way. Because even though they're a challenge, they're what makes me 19. Okay? But the awards, I'm going to start with Sammy. Where's Sammy? Sammy is getting an award for passing her start zone, plus perfect attendance. That's hard to do. Okay? And on top of that, she also gets an award for passing X amount of sections. Okay? Let me find it here. Here you go, Sammy. It's the award for having memorized Ephesians 6, 8, and 9. Okay? We can go on and on. So, let's see. Layla, is that you? Huh? Come up here. Layla, she's real active, but she's also real shy. Layla, you're getting an award for, guess what? Perfect attendance. Also, a patch for having memorized your sections and everything that you do. Each one of these kids, we say that they're special, and you say that's an overused word. No, it's not. They are. Okay? Because they try. Doesn't matter. You try, and they do. And it's a challenge, but it's a challenge that with God's help, we can meet. Okay? It's up to us adults to do it. If we don't teach them, who will? The streets.
So for Layla.
Layla. Is that you, JJ?
Yes.
Yes, I know.
I'm JJ.
JJ's real shy too.
No, I'm not. I am not shy.
I'm glad you said that, buddy. All right? He's not shy. Okay? Each one is unique.
I'm actually a motor mouth.
You've learned a lot. JJ has also an award for perfect attendance. Okay? And also a patch for having memorized 2 Timothy 2:15, which is one of the, to me, okay, one of the most important verses that you can memorize, because it tells you to memorize. 2 Timothy 2:15 is to study, so that you will not be ashamed when you stand before God. Okay? Thank you, JJ. All right. And last but not least, Alex. Come on up here. Alex has also won an award for Ephesians 2:8 and 9. Alex, once again, he's also shy, but at the same time, he can be a handful. Okay? We all know that. Okay? But they're kids. If you can't be a kid when you're a kid, when can you be a kid? You can't. Okay? So we have to learn how to understand them. Okay? And sometimes it's hard. But with the right teaching, they'll come about what God wants them to do. Alex, here you go. Thank you. And that's all we have.
Okay. So I want to tell you who got the second quarter award. So basically, like I said, the person that got it last quarter is not eligible. So Sammy, hold up your hand. You are not eligible because she got it last time. All right, so the person that gets it this time is Mr. JJ Morrison. JJ, come forward. All right, congratulations. Most inspirational clubber of the quarter. All right, thank you. Okay. At this time, I'm going to ask the Trek Club to come forward, and in the meantime, I want to mention the fact that you've probably noticed some uniforms. The first uniforms were green for adventure. The challenge was a kind of a turquoise bluish color. So this is Trek. I see none of them. Oh, well, we do have one that has their uniform on. Show us your uniform, Emily. Let's see your uniform. Yeah, okay, that's the Trek uniform. All right, so the uniforms should be paid for by the children, and unfortunately, most of the children in our clubs are unable to do so. So in that case, we have the opportunity for you to sponsor a child if you want to do that. That would allow you to pay a single fee, and that would pay for their shirt, for their handbook, and for all of their dues for the entire year. And we never, as a church here, we never want a child to not be able to participate or not feel like they're included because of financial reasons. And so if they don't have the ability to pay for it themselves and they don't have a sponsor, the church picks up the cost, and we pay for the uniforms, etc., and handbooks. But understand, folks, there are poorer people that come to this church, but that also means that this is a poorer church. So we don't have a lot of money. So if you are interested in sponsoring a child, please let either myself or Miss Charlie know, and we'll make sure that we get that taken care of for you. Okay, so for the Trek Club. The Trek is our 7th through the 11th grade, and the director of this club is Mr. Jason Morrison. The leader secretary is Amber Morrison, and then I want to make special mention of Debbie Ferguson, who has also been helping out. Jason has been gone for a couple of months, and I've been in there too, and so it's really difficult from a commander standpoint having to fill in full-time in a club. But this club is pretty special. For one thing, it's a big club. The numbers are down now tonight, but we usually have a lot of people here. And for teenagers, you hear such terrible things about teenagers today and on the streets. We don't have that here in our clubs. I am so proud of these kids. They are attentive, they pay attention, and they participate in class. They're respectful, and I'm just really proud of them. So I would ask that you give all of them a hand. Okay, the person that is ineligible for the award this quarter because she got it last time is Tessa Dooley. So Tessa, hold up your hand. So even if she won tonight, she would be ineligible this time. So actually, the winner of the most inspirational clubber for the Awana Truck Club this quarter is Miss Emily Grimm. Emily, come forward. All right, thank you. All right, thanks. You all can go have a seat. Okay, I'm going to have the Puggles come forward. The Puggles is our two-year-old club. So 2-year-olds are in here. And so our director is Miss Susan Callahan and the leader, Aaron Baker. So Susan, if you want to talk about your club and do whatever you have prepared.
This is Sam, and we're going through the Genesis where God made everything. So he's doing pretty good. He does his God made moon, God made,
God made the moon?
Cow. Here, you say God made moon.
Cow.
No, cow. Cow made moon. Say God made moon. No, say God made moon. Good boy. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. And here, I bought you some.
Whoa, boy. Nice. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, and you can go on back, but I would say that Sam got Clubber of the Quarter last quarter, so he's ineligible this time. So Vincent, we actually did have, I'll give this to you, Dean Vincent? Dion? Okay, all right. Dion is the Clubber of the Quarter then for the Puggles Club. All right, let's go ahead and have the Cubbies come up. Okay. I will mention while they're coming up that our club nights are broken down into 3 sections. We have council time, game time, and handbook time. We also have an assembly at the beginning of class, and it's done right here in this room. So all of the chairs are taken out every single Sunday. We have an assembly at the beginning of the night where we do our pledges to the flags, the American and the Awana flag like we did tonight. And then we go into our 3 sections, and then at the end of the night we come together at the end to celebrate everything that we've learned. So for the Cubbies Club, it's our 3- and 4-year-olds are in this club. The director is Miss Linda Dooley. The leader in training is Taylor Dooley. That's a special program that we have for seniors in high school. So notice Trek was 7th through the 11th grade. Our 12th graders are actually leaders in training, so they act as leaders for a year, and then they're eligible to be leaders next year. All right, so, and then Linda, if you want to talk about your club and anything you have prepared. Okay, you sit over here.
In Cubbies, we are learning about how God is faithful and how He lives and how He loves us and how He sent His Son. We are also learning about how important it is to learn scriptures and to keep God's words hidden in our hearts.
Amen.
That's what these awards are for. These kids have really worked hard, and I'm proud of them.
Jameson got 1 green apple, and Zoe she also got 1 green apple.
Jameson and Zoe. All right, good job. You all can go have a seat. So So for Clubber of the Quarter for the Cubbies, last quarter it was Jasmine Barr, so she was ineligible this time. The Clubber of the Quarter for Most Inspirational Cubby was Tylena Pipkin. Tylena isn't here tonight, but we do have this if you want to pick it up from me at the end, okay? All right, and finally, our biggest club, our Sparks Club. So if I can get all of our Sparks to come forward. All right. So the Sparks are coming forward. We do club outings throughout the year, and we have all kinds of things going on. We actually have a party coming up here across all of the Awana clubs here in a couple of weeks. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But this is our kindergarten through second grade club. The director is Michael Callahan, leader Dancy Burgess, leader Mark Gillespie, and leader secretary Angela Hammond. So Michael, if you want to talk about your club, show us what they have prepared.
All right, so this is the Sparks. We're a little bit light today, but that's quite all right. So one thing we're going to share, I'm just going to let each kid tell you what they like about Sparks and Awana, because ultimately this is why we're here, so we can see what they like. So RJ, what do you like about Sparks?
I learn new verses,
What kind of verses?
like John 3:16 in the Old Testament and New Testament.
Okay. Eli, what do you like about Sparks?
We get new books
And how do you get new books?
by passing verses.
All right. McKenna, what do you like about Sparks?
Teachers.
What teacher in particular? You were supposed to point at me. Miss Holly, what do you like about Sparks?
Teachers.
Oh, you like the teachers, don't you? Miss Holly is a spitfire. Desi,
The
what do you like?
games.
The games. What game in particular?
That we play in the morning when
what?
we come here.
When you come here? Okay.
Oh, that not real.
Katie, what-
Teacher.
The teacher. A particular teacher?
You.
And Isaiah, what do you like about Sparks?
Playing
Playing what?
baseball.
All right. All right, so we're also going to do a verse for you guys. Our main verse, one that they learned to pass their start zone, is John 3:16, and it's littered throughout their book. They have to completely go over and over and over it so they know it, and that is John 3:16. So,
God loved the world.
wait a second. Gotta let everyone help. Ready? For
God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life.
Great job. Good job. Holly, especially you. Good job. So, they learn tons of verses. Actually, they learn 40 sections. They have to pass 40 sections to go through all their books. Sometimes that includes multiple verses in a section. That also includes passing the Old Testament and the New Testament. That means they have to know all of the books of the Bible, and they have to be able to repeat them back in order. And so we're going to go ahead and we'll go through some of the awards here very quickly. So starting with, let's see here. Miss Holly. Miss Holly has come on this quarter and done a very good job. She is receiving her hang glider patch for passing her start zone and her rank right here so she can put all of her jewels in it, and she gets her red jewel 1 for passing the first 4 sections of the book. And we have Desiree, her sister, not to be outdone. She got her hang glider patch and her rank so she can put all those jewels in there. And she as well passed her red jewel 1, and she passed her green jewel as well. Let's see here. Caden has worked really hard. He comes into handbook time, and he loves to work with Miss Angela, and they sit down and they do a fantastic job. He as well earned his patch, his rank, and his red jewel 1. All right, we have RJ. RJ here, if you can kind of see, RJ here has passed, he's on his 3rd book. This is his last year in Sparks. He has passed all of the sections here, including his one for the 3rd book. His first one is full, his second one is full, and he's working on filling up the other one. And so he's passed 3 reds, so red 1, red 2, red 3, and green 1 and green 2. He is 1 section away from passing his entire book. He was a little bummed out that he didn't get it before awards. All right, and then we have Miss McKenna. Miss McKenna, just like everyone else, has been working extremely hard. She got her patch, her rank, and Red Jewel 1. And then here is Isaiah. Isaiah is the youngest Spark that we have. In large part due to a choice that Charlie and I have made to put him in kindergarten a little bit earlier. So he is a really young Sparky. He has actually skipped his 2nd year of Cubbies. And right now he has passed his red 1, red 2, red 3, red 4, and green 1, green 2, green 3. He is, I believe, 2 sections away from finishing his book. So what he'll do, instead of doing a review, he'll go back and he'll do the Cubby sections that he missed from last year, if I'm not mistaken. And that way he can complete everything like that. So good job, Isaiah. And then we have Eli. Eli is receiving his he's receiving his red 2, 3, and 4, and green 2, 3, and 4 as well, which means he has completed his 2nd book. So he also gets the 2nd book award. And since Eli is on track, he will go back and do a review. And even since last week, he's already went up to, I think, 4 or 5 sections into the review as well. So this way, what this does is it gives him extra credit and he can earn extra awards. But the reason we put so much emphasis on this, for example, with RJ here, RJ has been through Puggles, Cubbies, all 3 years of Sparks. And if he continues with this track, when he gets into Adventure and Challenge, and hopefully he continues to do as well, when he gets all the way through Trek, he can go and earn what's called the Timothy Award. And the Timothy Award is a pretty significant award. You have to memorize, I think, almost a whole book of the Bible and repeat it back. But in that, he can apply for scholarships if he chooses to attend a seminary or a Christian university. So, you know, Mom and Dad really want him to do that. But so all these boys and girls here in Sparks, they work extremely hard. They have a lot of fun. And I would say we have one of the most diverse groups because we have people that can read and kids that can't read and kids that say they can read, and I don't know what words they're coming up with, but they do all these hard things together, and they work well as a team. You know, my leaders here with Mark, Angie, and Dancy do a fantastic job of helping these children, but the kids help each other and really encourage each other on. So they're a really great group. Another club had mentioned Operation Christmas Child. Sparks were the ones who headed this up. These children donated their own points, their own gifts, and they bought stuff for the store. Instead of giving it to themselves, they gave it to other children. So they're starting the idea of being a missionary and understanding what it means to give. So give a round of applause for the Sparks.
Okay, so hold on just a minute. So the first quarter award that went for the Sparks to Mr. Eli Callahan. So Eli, hold up your hand. So Eli is ineligible to win it 2 quarters in a row. So for this quarter, second quarter most inspirational clubber for the Sparks is Mr. R.J. Callahan. So R.J., if you will come and get your award. You can get it here. There we go. Thank you very much. Good. All right, thanks. So I did just want to mention to all of you clubbers, so next week we will not be in club because of Christmas, and we're also not going to be in club the week after that because of New Year's. So we can't go 2 weeks without club, so we are going to have here on December the 30th, on Saturday during the afternoon at 1 o'clock, we're going to have an Awana mid-year mid-year party. So all of you are invited. There's going to be games and there's going to be candy. There'll be things to eat and things to do and games to play, and we'll just really have a good time. So be sure that you come here on December the 30th for the Awana mid-year party at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be a blast. Right after that, when we do come back to club, we're going to have a special guest, especially for our cubbies, because the Cubby Bear is going to make a special appearance on January the 7th. He will be in club with us. Now, last year when the Cubby Bear came, he was kind of frightening for the cubbies, so we want to make sure that we set expectations that the Cubby Bear is not to be afraid of. And then the other thing that we have coming up in January, and this is for our Puggles, our Cubbies, and our Sparks clubs this year. We're going to have our sailboat regatta, and that is going to be on January 20th. So when you get back to club after the holidays, you come back and we will give you a wooden sailboat that you will put together. You will decorate it, you can paint it, you can color it, you can do whatever you want to, and then we will have races down the rain gutters. Exactly. We have rain gutter rivers, and we have races. The kids take straws and they blow through the straw against their sail on their sailboat in side-by-side rain gutters, and they race to the end. And there are all kinds of prizes and things that the kids get for winning the sailboat regatta. So that's coming up on Saturday, January the 20th. And finally, the last thing for January, the last Sunday in January, the 28th, the kids are to come to club dressed as their favorite Bible character. It's favorite Bible character night. So come at that time. Okay, so that's really all I had to say, except that we really covet your prayers here. I hope that you like what we're doing with your children. We would love to have you join us, help us in any way you can, financially, through prayer, or even physically if you're able to do that. This is a really rewarding ministry, and we've been involved in it for a long, long time. So, Pastor Chuck, do you have anything that you would like to say or any announcements to make? Okay. So if not, then if we all want to stand up, I think I would like RJ to come up, because I actually looked at this, and RJ is the clubber of overall for all clubs right now at this point in club, the halfway point. So I'm going to ask RJ to lead us in prayer. All right, RJ, will you do that?
Yes.
Everybody bow your heads.
Dear Jesus, thank you for this day, and us to have another good year in Sparkies and all the other clubs, and help us have a good time next time we come. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.